Good morning, you beautiful souls. Welcome to another Summer Satsang with a lovely Sunday service. So, I just want to lovingly invite you to relax, lie down, sit in a nice, comfortable position, and we're going to get started on this beautiful day. Now, if you're not aware, tomorrow is a full moon. So, if you've been observing a lot of energies and tensions and, just feeling a lot of almost pressure, you could say, recognize there's a lot of cosmic energy coming into play now. And especially during this time of transformation, there's nothing more important than looking within and diving deep in this inner search. So, this morning, the goal of our meditation is going to open ourselves up to receive these energies. And not only that, but direct them towards our higher purposes, our healing, our transformation, our growth, our recognition. So, I lovingly invite you into this space of the heart. And we'll begin by taking a nice deep breath in and a loving sigh of release out. We're going to do that 2 more times. In and a loving sigh out. Last one here. And get those last few wiggles out. And we'll begin our meditation. With each tap of the bell, we release that powerful that divine chord that represents our own beingness and the creative powers of this universe. As the body begins to settle, we release all tensions in our exhales and bring in that light of love with each breath. Allowing the emotions to settle and drop away as we literally rise above them. As we increase our own vibration and energy, we feel this resonance, this power within our own being. And as we shift the affection of our attention away from the mind, we gear it towards our own inner truth, our own sense of me, myself, and I. And with the next tap of the bell, we shift our attention to the sound, and as it fades, to the silence itself. And it's in this silence we simply observe. It's here we understand that we are this silent witness. It's here we come to recognize that all bodily happens arise before us. Each sound outside, each sensation of the form, every emotion, every thought, only exist because we give it our attention. It's given life through our very affection of the heart. We gain a deeper meaning and understanding that we are each gods and goddesses of creation. But it's here we also recognize that it's within our control. for each internal phenomenon, each external happening, only arises because we allow it to. Any reaction, any inner dwelling, only exists because we give it life. It's here during this time of transformation, this time of renewal with the full moon approaching, and the planetary bodies in motion and movement. Now we come to understand that you are life itself, and all in truth is energy, varying its frequency and wavelength. But it's here in this very knowing that we must understand it's a two-way street of operation. You impact life, yet life can impact you. And with these full moons, we receive the energies of renewal, of change. It's within our power to pivot, just as it's within our power to pivot and change any experience happening in the present moment called now. You can either use these energies or be abused by them. Just as you can learn and grow from any suffering, or you can dwell and remain in it. There is no power greater than your own. And in truth, it is the only power that ever plays within your life and experience. For even letting experience disturb you is you giving it permission to. It's you allowing another being's power of manifestation and creation to impact yours. From a Western scientific standpoint, we see crime rates increase with full moons and as they approach and around that time. But know here, it's for the energy in which we receive is intensified. As the sun shines its rays upon the moon, we see its reflection back. And as you are life itself, each celestial body does and can interfere with your own energy, but only if you allow it to. We can think of the moon and these energies like a rising tide. All will be energized by it, but those conscious of the happenings can use this extra boost to level up, to let go, to liberate yourself. However, no ship can ever get to its destination if you don't set a direction in which the sails will go. Here again, I lovingly invite you into this space of the heart to determine your truth, to direct your purpose of the heart. What is it you would like to do? What is it you would like to let go of? What is it you would like to manifest? And where would you like to heal? Give yourself a moment to truly fix your attention to that single point. What is holding you back, other than a belief? Know here it's within your power and authority in this universe as that God and Goddess to direct your life however you see fit. But as the saying goes, be careful what you wish for. And with a tactful mind, truly try to boil it down to one single essence in which you would seek to grow and learn or heal. Knowing that no matter the choice, it shall uplift you and transform you. And by your very own divine grace, you will uplift the whole. And that is the beauty of this ascension process, that your light shines brighter and brighter. It not only warms, but illuminates those around you. Your life is in your control. But as it goes, it is a dance of affection with the universe and cosmos itself. Take comfort in the knowing that life doesn't provide us what we want, but rather what we need to grow and awaken to our deeper truth. So again, take a moment to simply point the direction in which you seek to take your life. Then know that this inward looking, this inward search will be fulfilled. It doesn't matter if you seek forgiveness, courage, healing, understanding. Know that you are loved and guided by your ancestors, ever looking over you, providing you the lessons you need to awaken to this deeper truth. For when we live in this understanding and awaken to the eternal presence within us, we come to know that we are never alone. For each being is a brother and sister of the universe, and all life shares that common ground of being that we know as me, myself, and I. It's in these moments of rest, of stillness, that we can discover and recognize this power of the I Am presence within us, the pureness of our own being. It's that love and light within us that shines bright from the chest as the radiant star we are. Fall in love with this grace, fall in love with this presence, for it's your purest truth. And it is known through the silence, the emptiness, the instantaneous knowing, the intuition, the peace, the calm, the love, and the effortless nature in which you can exist. Many of you have been aware of the universal happenings around us, within us. Some of you have experienced more vibrant colors and the beauty of life unfolding before your very eyes. Many have experienced time feeling as if it's condensed, arising faster and faster. Like you start your day and seemingly it's already over within moments. The earth, our universe itself, is undergoing a transformation. And again, you can either ride that wave or be crushed by it. That is your choice of free will, your power of free will. But your free will is also a tool. So what is it you choose? There is nothing higher than the truth itself, so discover yours and come to know the essence of all. You are loved. You have always been looked over. But it means nothing if you don't consciously take the reins over this experience. And know that when you live in the light of love, you question the external happenings and you seek understanding. You put yourself in a position to apply this knowledge and become wise, liberating yourself from the cycles of suffering in which you experience. You must understand one thing. You are the truth itself. It has never left you. It is not outside of you. It is you. But like a beautiful gemstone buried in the dirt, you must clean off all the sediment and layers that are unoriginal to you. These conditionings, these learned behaviors, these desires of attachment, and the passions that create otherness. And when you seek to consciously let go of these murky layers of delusion, you come to understand that you are your own source of illumination. Dive deep within your own heart by simply resting within yourself. And with our next breath, we want to hold the inhalation as long as we can, but consciously filling ourselves up with that loving light of whatever color you choose. Take a deep breath, filling each and every cell, that cosmic energy all around, vitalizing each and every cell, raising its vibration, tapping into the infinite potential within each atom within you. And as you exhale, consciously eliminate all things you see as holding you back. Again, take a deep breath of that loving light, filling up each and every nook and cranny within the form. As you feel the weightlessness getting lighter and lighter of the body, as it's filled up with that prana, that chi, those cosmic energies of love and light. And again, like a cloud, exhale any tensions, any threads of attachment holding you back from manifesting and actualizing your goals. And know that those energies get recycled by the ocean of life in which you live in. And again, one more deep breath. filling up the body with those loving rays to calm, to open up, and to transform you. You again release any threads of attachment through your exhalation that hold you back from your goals and dreams. Envisioning yourself in a mist of white light, a sea of white energy, the combination of all. Allow yourself to breathe in, envisioning yourself radiating like a star. And from here, know that this loving light protects you as if you are engulfed and immersed in a sphere of light. Again, take a deep breath of these loving white rays of light, furthering your own shield of protection and filter of love and harmony. However large you see, it matters not, as long as your entire body remains within this sphere of light. We take one more deep breath of love, filling that space up with our own shine. And as you exhale, imagine that star around you condensing to a single point of light within the chest. For here is your divine spark, your eternal flame, stemming from Source. And know that this flame can never be extinguished. And as you give it your attention, your affection, it'll grow, and you will feel its warmth expanding from your chest, from your center. This is the beauty of your own attention. For when we shift the affection of the heart towards our own self, our own truth, everything becomes effortless. Allow yourself to simply marinate within your own presence, knowing that any thought, emotion, or sensation that arises is observed, is outside of you, is unoriginal to you. For it's through our fixed attention, our focus, our concentration, that all such phenomena fade away. When we shift it towards our heart, our truth, our home, our pureness. Fall in love with this space. Fall in love with this knowing of harmony and peace. Fall in love with the true beingness that you observe and experience within you. For it is the aroma of our pureness. It is the simple yet profound stillness. For it's here we understand that we are the space within, united with the space around. and all is observed through this window of beingness we know as I. And when we come to understand ourselves, we come to awaken to our source and the source of all, gaining a deeper meaning to Namaste, that divine within each being. For we are all connected as each life form is a spark of this eternal fire. And as we are each stars of love, our fire stems from the central greater fire. The illuminating light of consciousness, of energy, of existence itself. And it's in this peace we come to know that we are always and have always been satisfied with the fullness of our own being. And it's here in these moments this morning we anchor and root ourselves. And despite the happenings in the day, we allow ourselves to come back to this knowing. Our own pureness, our own divinity. We toss our anchor into this water of truth with our final of the meditation. With the next tap of the bell, we allow its vibrations to resonate our form and turn our dials up, so to speak, to align with the truth, to resonate on that higher level so we may transcend all lesser natures and happenings. For this is your power and authority. Namaste. That concludes the guided meditation portion of our satsang. No better way to start the day. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask those in the comments. I just have one question. It technically doesn't really relate to this. It was more so from Instagram. Those of you that aren't aware, I am on day 2 of 7 of my quarterly water fast. And I was asked, how does this play a role on your energy? And I guess that's kind of a loaded question in truth, because there's a few different aspects to how it impacts your own energy. On a physical level, it just depends on how many fasts you've done. And if you've really leveled up to the point of, I guess you would say, pranic living or breatharianism. And in truth, that just means you open up your chi channels, your crown chakra. All of the chakras essentially are opened up and are sources to draw in energy in life. And, you know, depending on where you're at in your water fast, you could feel more lethargic and tired. But again, that's if you're in that understanding that you're just this physical body. But as you utilize a water fast, in truth, it's to tap back into your spiritual self, your spirit, that soul energy. And for myself personally, I'm high on life, baby. Like, so energized. But there's another role with water fast as well, because it's an incredibly important means to burn off karma. And what you can understand by that is most people have the misconception that karma is like this universal thing that is controlled by things outside of you. And that's not true. You are a god and goddess of creation. You determine how your karma gets used and burned off, and what really, and again, the suffering that enters your experience. So, with a water fast, you can consciously burn off your karma through this letting go of the lesser, which is the dense physical. And when you shift your attention towards those higher aims, when you shift your focus and your love towards that higher self, the intangible self, the energetic and spiritual self, you could say, really the karma just gets burnt off because the body is going through this process of discipline. And depending on how you see it, it could either be an act of suffering and pain and because you're not eating, but in truth, when you shift it towards that higher purpose, that direction of falling in love with yourself and truthfully seeking to control the horse that you are riding upon, it transforms into something more powerful. And it doesn't become something you avoid or are hesitant towards or doubtful or fearful towards. It becomes something you embrace and you love. And again, ultimately, energetically wise, it empowers you because as you let go of the physical, other things and avenues start to open up. Your brain and your body, they really do invest a lot of energy towards digestion and healing all that stuff. And when you're in a process of just drinking your, you know, river, spring water, or distilled water like I do, um, it transforms the experience because again, you're just really filtering out. And if you think about it like a dirty sponge, you're just constantly filling it up with water, squeezing it and washing it out and rinsing it out. And that is what's happening for the physical body. So as you stop investing energy into that, all of your energy really just goes to the brain. It goes to empowering the tool that your consciousness uses to kind of operate this form. And when you unlock that, whew, you really start to dive deep into all of the various happenings of your experience on a different level. Because the physical sensations, those lesser impulses and natures don't have as much control over you because they don't have the energy for it, in truth. Um, so it just depends on where you're at. I hate to answer questions like that, but it ultimately just depends on how many, I guess, water fasts you've done, your experience, that you're taking in from the last one. And for myself personally, I live life like we're on a playground. So I just love the game of life and play. So the most important thing is to really just embrace it and to observe the transformative energies. And for anyone that hasn't tried a water fast, highly recommend it. If you are a tough willed and incredibly disciplined being, you can dive into however many days you want in truth. But I always like to recommend that you start off with intermittent fasting, go to like OMAD, one meal a day, and then try one day of water fasting, see how that goes, and then just push it. So for some transparency, my first like long water fast was 4+ days, and I was gravy. And I was really encouraged to keep doing it because I noticed how clean my body felt. And that's another thing too, energetically wise, is that you physically get rid of anything that doesn't, I guess you could say, that isn't suiting the purpose and the role of the body. So any cells that are damaged, this is one of the reasons why water fast cancer rates drop. So if any cell that's damaged that isn't doing its role to the capacity it needs to, it gets axed. The body just gets rid of it. Doesn't have time, doesn't have the energy, doesn't have the space for that. So that's one of the more powerful things too. So if you're looking to lose weight and use the physical aspects of it, know that it will even get rid of the excess skin. So those that are on water fast that are like morbidly obese, their body shrinks. They don't have excess skin that just like dangles like when you just exercise and do things that way. Because again, you're in this state of energy expenditure. And when you're really ready for it, spiritually, it can become a great tool to open up your chakras, to open up that, or I guess you could say to turn on that pranic or energetic or chi engine. And your body will remember again, oh, I can actually live off the energy around me. Again, the human potential is just getting explored, and you can be a pioneer in this journey of redefining what it means to be a human. Because most people don't even understand that there's yogis and gurus all over the world that don't eat, that barely drink water. Some of them don't. And one of them, more notably, hasn't eaten anything since he was like 12 or drinking anything since he was 12. And I'll probably, after this, I can post the video of that in the description for those curious. But it's one of those things where life is really what you make it. And when you tap back into your own power and pivot your life wherever you seek, those universal energies around you, they uplift you rather than fight against you, because you're embracing everything around you and you're utilizing it for your own growth. So, if there's no more questions, I guess we can end with our prayer. May the fruit of knowledge offer you a seed, and in that seed may your love, will, and intuition give life and nourishment. For a tree shall grow, and in its shade may you find peace, and offer peace to all who ask. I love you so much. I hope you have a great day. I hope you have a great start to your week. And I'll see you Wednesday, 8 p.m. for another Satsang. We're going to keep the summer series rolling. So if you enjoyed, please hit that like button, share, subscribe, and most importantly, keep shining. We need that loving light more than ever nowadays, and you are a source of inspiration for somebody. You never know what act of kindness and love can be that catalyst someone needs to transform their lives for the better. I love you so much. Peace.